All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Keepers Club podcast. Woo! So, once again, we welcome you to this virtual gathering that you see before you on your Zoom or YouTube screen. And we have this great privilege to hold a podcast hosted by Keepers Club, a club that aims to keep young people like us away from negative activities such as smoking, drinking, doing drugs, and to really help guide and encourage, uplift young adults like us who might be going through things like depression, loneliness, anxiety, or feeling lost in life. And we have the privilege to have keepers that are willing to join this week's recording to share their experiences on how to stay healthy, happy, and motivated. Because at the end of the day, that's really the goal. That's really the goal of this club. For keepers to share with others as one were to do with their very own brother or sister. And just like the club slogan, I am my brother's keeper. We will do whatever it takes to share the love that we experience individually and as a group. And we'd love to also thank the founding president of Keepers Club, who is none other than Pastor Apollo C. Tibaloy, for this opportunity to be a part of the Keepers Club International here in the United States of America, as well as this great privilege and entrustment to have a Keepers Club inspired podcast. So without further ado, let us greet all the keepers that have joined us today. May we all see your beautiful faces, and may we kindly greet everyone, kindly greet your fellow keeper by saying, I am my brother's keeper. So happy 4th of July, everyone, and how is your day?
Hi everyone, happy 4th.
Hello,
Father. Oh,
everyone.
yes, wow, it's the father. Or
Good.
I am my brother's keeper. Woo! Hey. Hi once again, Ronwell, Eric. Wow, yes, Anthony, John, Kendra, Gab. Wow. So, yes, how is everyone? How's your day? Is every Oh, your audio is breaking. But will you say something, Rick? Or how's everyone? How's everyone's day? How's everyone feeling?
Hello.
Good, Kuya. How are
Okay.
you?
Gosh. Go
Just
Kuya.
How's
Anthony
your
too.
how's your 4th?
I thought it was
oh,
my wife.
sorry, my
I think Wi-Fi now. But be safe, everyone. Happy 4th of
Wi-Fi.
July. Oh yes, Eric. Rick. Ronwell. Oh my gosh.
Wi-Fi is a little bad, so I'll speak in a little bit.
Yeah, we were gonna say. It sounds funny too, but hey, just be safe for us, Rick. Go Eric and Ronwell driving. Wow. So also go Kendra from another state as well. And yes, so feel free, everyone do anything special like this past weekend, earlier this week, or especially for their 4th of July.
Not really anything, but just staying at home and chilling.
Yes, sir. Likewise. What? Hope you enjoy too, but if no one's, we have this opportunity to join a podcast. So that's something, right? 4th of July, 50th episode too. And, hope there's still time. The night is still young to get sparklers, fireworks. So once again, everyone enjoy not only their 4th, but also we hope you are just excited as us for this 50th episode. Wow. Anyone else though, before we move on with our presentation? Keeper Anthony, Kendra, Sean, Ronwa, Eric. Wow, looking good once again. Eric, Ronwa. Ooh. Ooh. All right. Anyone? All right. Oh, good. Hey, Gabs, same though. Nice seeing you know in a podcast. Keep your Gabs. All right. Let us begin though, shall we? So, lots of love to everyone from our respective Keepers Clubs. And yes, so here we go. All right. Invalid. Yes. All right. So, of course, we have, per tradition, we always have our disclaimer. So, everyone kindly, we ask if everyone could kindly avoid cursing, sharing anything traumatic, avoid things like cursing, or if, of course, to have fun. Or we could have been doing anything on this 4th of July, but we chose to join this episode, right? So, yes. And of course, please prevent from saying anything that goes against our club slogan, I am my brother's keeper. All right. Hopefully you can see it now too. Thank you for your patience as well. But can you see this by the way? Can someone confirm? Or it's like gray.
We can see it.
Oh yeah? Okay. Okay. How about now? All right. Yeah, we'll just give you a sneak peek. It's not full screen.
Construction.
Yes, sir. Go, John. All right, here we go. So, sneak peek also on the left, but we are talking about today for this Keepers Club podcast episode. Self-discipline is our topic today.
Self-discipline.
Yes, sir, John. And you can see that is episode 50. Wow, 50 episodes.
Happy 50 episodes.
Yes, sir. Go, brother John.
Happy 50th. Wow, it's been more than a year.
Yeah. Let's move on before we get emotional. I remember episode 1 as if it was 50 episodes ago. But yes, once again, we are talking about self-discipline. Oh. For anyone who doesn't know what self-discipline is, don't worry, because we'll talk about that briefly a little later on. But for anyone that has not heard of Keepers Club before, we have a little brief history, keyword brief, about what Keepers Club is all about. So, Keepers Club International, acronym also KCI, was first founded by Pastor Apollo Beloy and was first established in June 1986 in Davao City, Philippines. Since then, KCI spread all over the globe, gaining thousands of keepers worldwide. We would have jam sessions, outings, constructive small group sharings, and discussions. And KCI is not only in the Philippines, but in other countries like in the United States of America, Canada, United Kingdom, Italy, Belgium, Spain, Ukraine, United Arab Emirates, Singapore, Malaysia, Japan, and many more. Oh, that's why. You never know. There might be a Keepers Club there in your respective continent, country, and we encourage you to join. So, for our introduction for specifically this Keepers Club podcast, we are the Keepers Club podcast, and we are a podcast to help guide, encourage, and uplift the youth. We do this through Zoom, as you can see, where we host our official podcast. On YouTube is where we post our full episodes, and on Facebook is where we post our group photos, see all the beautiful keepers that have joined. I really go down memory lane of the topics, the performances, the icebreakers, the memories that we've shared, right? Even through all the 50 episodes, you can say we do this every Tuesday, 4 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Central time, 7 p.m. Eastern time. And the reason we do so is because I am my brother's keeper, treating one another like our brother or sister. Yes. And also, we try to do this by gathering, bonding, and sharing with keepers all over the U.S. So what a privilege, to have a podcast here in the United States. And you can say that our experience, truly, all of our topics relate to the struggles of being a youth. That's our experience so far. So if anyone's like, their first initial question is, hey, what do you guys talk about? Or why do you guys have a podcast? We talk about the struggles of being a youth because there's many struggles today. No matter how young you are, you can be as young as 10 to like mid-20s. But other than that, it truly is a privilege to meet and talk to keepers all over the US because we're not together physically. You know, we're in different states, you can say, but just one click, we're able to go on Zoom and to attend a youth podcast. And it is very humbling. It really is a privilege, you know, to not only host, but, you know, to join, to see the other keepers, to share, to be entrusted with such a task. And, you know, it really is the bare minimum, we always say, to give back to Keepers Club, because truly someone invited us and we really felt that belongingness, that brotherhood. So this is our way of giving back, and we really thank, you know, Pastor, the founding president of Keepers Club, and we'll always be forever grateful for the love that we experience. You know, not only as keepers, but also to really grow as a keeper and to really, wait, to really give back, um, to the club. So we kindly ask too if people can prevent from drawing on the screen, fellow keepers. But other than
Oops.
that, would any keeper be so kind enough to maybe share a little of their experience? Not only a podcast, but maybe Keepers Cup International as a whole, or maybe your experience just being a keeper up to this point. So, any takers?
I can go.
Oh yes, go Gab.
Okay, so for this podcast, I've been here. I think maybe was it the first episode? Was uh since May, and but in Keepers Club since like 2017. Like, and I've been joining all the activities, and I can really say like it's really different in Keepers Club because you know that the atmosphere is not really like not just being friends with people, but it's also like, you know, sharing a sense of brotherhood or sisterhood, where everyone feels like your family, and you know everyone's so connected and so kind and so respectful that you know you don't have those, you know, sometimes in our own families, like, you know, you would have your own, you would have your own, what's it called, problems or or sort of like situations like that. Like sometimes you have, you go through fights with your family members, but here you don't really experience any negative things because everyone here is so positive, and all the things we do here are just to uplift one another and to strengthen one another, like mentally and spiritually. And it's just so fun because you know you don't really have that kind of friend group um in your schools, or you know that sort of friend group that you can always rely on to always help you and to always, you know, bring out the best in you. So that's really my experience in Keepers Club so far. And oh, also because in my area of Keepers Club, we usually do like gatherings in person. So, you know, it's pretty fun uh having all these activities, whether it be music sessions, you know, learning music or playing sports with other people, or just going out to drink boba and, you know, just have like small talk or something like that. You know, so it's like it's really fun in Keepers Club. And yeah, it's my whole time here. You know, I've been here since 2017, so that's saying something. So take you know, I'm hopefully you can trust my opinion, but yeah, Givers Club has always been like a second home.
Yes, Gab. Very nice, Gab. Very heartwarming reflection, and I believe you've been here longer than like 2017. But goalkeeper Gab, and likewise, right? If you have no friends, you can say, like in school or in your life, will be will will be even more than friends to be like your brother or sister, you can say. So that's why. But yes, go once again, Keeper Gab. And any other keepers would you like to add on, elaborate to Keeper Gab? We love to hear you. Any of your experience while I adjust the music, but any other
Hello.
keeper?
my Wi-Fi working?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
Potato Wi-Fi.
It's a. You said Keeper Calvin to talk about our experiences again.
Yes, Keeper Eric.
Oh, okay. So, I thank Keeper Gab for doing it first because I also very much agree with him. I really do believe in my heart that this podcast is a very good tool for being able to socialize with other keepers here in the Keepers Club. And you can really also learn a lot from your fellow brothers and sisters who are also keepers, whether in any area of your life that you're struggling with or anything that you don't know yet. Here's the place where you can really um, learn something, share ideas, encounter new ideas that you want to see and help you grow better as a person. And that is ultimately the goal of the Keepers Club, to connect with your brothers and your sisters, where we are our brothers' keepers. So, yes, that's my experience here in the Keepers Club podcast. So, thank you, Keeper Calvin.
Yes, wow. Very nice, Keeper Eric. Thank you for jumping in, even while you're driving too. Regards to the driver, all the other passengers. But go, Keeper
And
Eric.
the dispatcher.
Who was that? Keeper John John?
That's me.
That's you. Yeah, how about you, Keeper John John? Nice picture, by the way. Would you like to share too, Keeper John John, before we move on? If not, it's all good, but we love to hear you, John Johns. Sorry.
Not
Oh,
really.
no? Okay. It's all good. Regards also to Keeper AC. How are you, AC? But yes. Any other keepers before we move on with our topic today? About keepers or okay, all good. So feel free, of course. We really encourage participation for our podcast. But thank you once again to everyone that jumped in. Keeper Gad, Keeper Eric. So that was our experience. Nice hearing other voices too. Other people jump in. But with that being said, for icebreaker, we have show us your talents. So, would anyone be so kind enough, or is anyone open enough to performing? Could be live performance. It could be a pre-recorded. It could be also like a few lines, whether you speak in another language or have like talent not only about singing and dancing. I'm willing to perform too, but would anyone like to perform? Let me know also, Keeper Sean. I got it on standby. Or if no one also, I'm willing to show mine really quick. It's like a couple minutes.
Wait, can you hear this?
Yeah,
You can hear it?
yeah. Wait,
Yep.
Oh, okay.
are you
I usually cuts off. Okay, but I'll
are you
try.
singing though?
No, I'm just gonna play something and
Wait.
leave.
Test it out. One more, like 5 seconds. It sounds good. For real. It's good. It's good,
Really?
Gab. Wait, let us know. Please let us know when
Oh,
you're ready.
I think I haven't really practiced that in a long time, but that's all for now.
Okay.
Yes, that's right.
Oh, hi, Josh.
Track safety.
Hi,
Nice one,
Josh.
Gab. And hi, also Josh.
Hi
Boy.
everyone. Happy
You.
for
Oh,
Happy
Hi,
proud.
Kendra.
Wait, who's
Hi
that?
Aaron.
Kendra?
It's me, Kuya.
Yeah, go out there. Did you hear Gab's
From
performance?
Virginia.
Bahoy! Nice one, Keeper Gab. Woo!
Have a safe
Yeah.
trip.
Yeah. Yes, sir. But yeah, Gab, the audio was cutting out like as soon as you like started playing. But
Oh, I see. Yeah,
Audio.
that's
a
what I was.
little. But
A little bit.
it's nice though, Gab. We're watching you and we could tell you look very powerful with it, Gab. It's like you have a gift with it, of course. But
Grateful.
a lot of hard work
You
seems
look
to
like
went behind
having
it.
a talent. Have
Yes,
talent.
sir. Keep it, John. Nice one. Kuya Gab. How about you, though, John? You have a talent you want to share?
No.
Oh, okay, all good. Anyone else, though, before we talk about self-discipline?
can I try?
I'll go, Kuya.
The train
Oh,
will
wait.
now call at
Wait.
Deptford.
Who was that, Josh or Kendra?
It's me, Kuya.
Wait, who's first,
We
though?
talking about experience in summer in the Keepers Club. Our experience, Kuya.
Yeah.
Are we
You're
talking?
gonna perform?
No, are we talking about our like experience in the Keepers Club?
Oh, boy, we did that already. But
Oh,
maybe
I think you guys did it.
wait one sec though, because we're doing show us your talent. How about you, Josh?
Maybe it won't cut out this time like before.
Okay, how about this? We'll try it now, and then maybe later we can try again because maybe Gab also if you want to perform too, because the audio, no.
It's the guitars.
Yeah. You want to try it out though, Josh? We love to see you by the way too.
Yeah.
Keep going, like 10 seconds na. Just testing it out.
Test.
Oi, Josh, it is cutting out.
Ala,
The
alright,
audio is
that's fine.
cutting out.
Like, for some reason, it sounds good when it's like single notes, but then as soon as you guys get in your groove, it's like the audio cuts out.
Yeah.
Unless you guys
Yes.
have a recording or you want to try another mic, but just for the sake of the flow of the episode, maybe
Alright,
maybe later though, because like it's cutting out just like when anyone performs, guitar. Unless you want to go for it though, keep it, Josh.
no, I think that's fine.
Okay.
Okay. All good. Wait, but feel free to see if you can adjust before we get to the second part. Show us your talent.
Which
Like after our
is
discussion. Yes, sir. Which is any other final performances though? Anyone?
will anyone will be going to a station?
Quick, Calvin.
That's me.
Have you showed my music video yet? My second one.
I can show it right now.
All right. Hold
Okay. Go,
Yeah, you
Sean.
just
Oh wait.
Got this.
okie dokie.
This is just the audio now.
That
How about
fine.
Oh, not that one. This is mine.
Okay.
Wait. Where's it at?
But What is that?
You guys like lo-fi hip hop, by the way, though?
Oh, for no, no.
This one,
Another thing. Oh,
thank you for your
step.
patience, though. You ready, though? You ready, though? Keeper Sean?
Are you ready
Yeah.
to review your music?
Sure. Wow. All right. We pause this one, and let's go to this one. Let's give it up for Keeper Sean. Woo! All right. Here we go. Hopefully you can hear
To
it.
people.
All right. Take it away. Keeper Sean. Keeper Pulsar. Oh,
Is
wait,
it-
wait. You can't hear
Audio,
it, right?
cut it out.
Hold up. I think the audio. This one.
Audio.
Yeah, here we go. Okay. Once again, let's give it up for Keeper. Last time, let's give it up for Keeper Sean. Woo! All right, here we go.
Wow.
Wow, Keeper Sean. Woo! Nice one, Keeper Sean. That was you, Sean. And that was you, Gab. Gab solo, and then goalkeeper, goalkeeper Sean from Vancouver. Cool drum kit solo. Wow. Wait, once again, let's get let's give it up for Keeper Sean. Nice one, Sean. There you go, whole music producer. That's awesome. Nice one, Sean. Woo! Thank you always, Sean, showing off your producing gifts to the Keepers Club podcast. So go, your Sean. Woo! All right. So, anyone else though? Would you like to show off your talents? That was awesome though, Sean. Wow. So, all right. We'd love to see everyone too, but it's all good. And if everyone's busy, thank you so much for joining. But other than that, let us talk about self-discipline. The lower this. Let's move on with our presentation, shall we? So, here we go. All right. So, very nice show us your talent, no? And for episode 50, once again, we are talking about discipline. Right? Specifically self-discipline. But this is what we want to talk about for our episode 50 of the Keepers Club podcast. So, some definitions. or a definition we want to talk about for discipline is the word self-discipline, which is the ability to control one's feelings and overcome one's weaknesses or pursue what one thinks is right despite temptations to abandon. The definition. So, let me lower this a bit. What's self-discipline? And more about self-discipline. If you're new to the podcast, we always want to have some sort of foundation, to the topic we are talking about, and we also want to do our research, right? So, for our research, more about self-discipline. We know also all the keepers are very smart, so feel free to go ahead and read. But some things we want to emphasize, right? We'll just go through them. But more about self-discipline. We don't have self-discipline because we run from the hard, uncomfortable things. We would rather do the easy, comfortable, familiar things instead of facing our hard, uncomfortable projects or finances. We tend to distract ourselves through video games, TV, through PC games, PS4 or PS what is it? PS6 now or PS5, Xbox One, etc. Hulu Plus. And also, a self-disciplined person sets goals, pursues them, and achieves them. They will not compromise their standards or beliefs to do so, but will make sacrifices to achieve their goal. And self-discipline leads to self-confidence, self-esteem, and inner strength, and consequently to happiness and satisfaction. On the other hand, lack of self-discipline may lead to failure, loss, health and relationship problems, obesity, and to other troubles in life. So, for our question today for episode 50, what does self-discipline mean to you? Why is it important to be disciplined in everything we do? And how can keepers be self-disciplined every day, no matter how we are feeling, what we are going through, or regardless of our lack of motivation? Wow. So I hope you enjoy the photos too, right? Really portraying, the self-discipline, right? Really being victorious, really the struggle of really pushing yourself. No one pushing you, but you pushing yourself, right? And also how discipline truly can be like also an opposite of fun, right? Because of course, who doesn't want to have fun? But a lot of times we have to sacrifice having fun to do what we're supposed to be disciplined, right? So I could go on, and I can really be honest too and talk about myself, but this is more about the keepers that have joined the podcast, and especially any keeper that might have joined or watching our pre-recorded version. So with that being said, that's why we're more interested in the keepers willing to share or their experience or what they think self-discipline is. So with that being said, I will copy and paste the question once again, but as I cue some music as well, would anyone be so kind enough to maybe jumpstart our conversation as we talk about self-discipline? And once again, what does self-discipline mean to you? Why is it important to be self-disciplined in everything we do, no matter how we're feeling? And to be self-disciplined, how regardless of our lack of motivation. Oh,
I can go.
Goalkeeper Gab. I'm working on copy and pasting, but go Gab.
Oh, okay. So self-discipline to me, um, so basically self-discipline is, you controlling your emotion, not your emotions, the way you act, the things you do, you know, specifically a common example of self-discipline is working out or doing a diet. I mean, like if you're trying to lose weight, people will do self-discipline and stop themselves from eating unhealthy food or foods that will make them sort of unhealthy. And so that's just like one primary example. But to me, self-discipline is, um, self-discipline is, what's it called? What's that word? What am I trying to wrap my head on? Okay, so just
Go
give me
Gab. Go Gab.
But you know, that was just like my kind of primary example. It's like without self-discipline, you know, you're gonna be so reckless. That's what I'm just like. This is just one thing I'm gonna throw out the window because this world really does lack self-discipline, and without self-discipline, you can't really accomplish things. Um, whether it be goals you want to do, like if you have a New Year's resolution, that's actually okay. That's what I was thinking of. So, like for example, people have a lot of New Year's resolutions, right? When after, or they make a list maybe by December 31st, and by January 1, they already they already broke their what they want to accomplish, their goal. That's what I'm trying to say. So, that's because they lack self-discipline and they can't control themselves. They can't control the temptation. And, it's really hard for people sometimes to invoke self-discipline, but, that's one of the things that, like, each and every single one of us need to practice every day because self-discipline is very beneficial in our lives. And, without discipline, for ourselves or for other people, then we're not gonna reach that level we want to be. Oh, that's all I can say for now. I can pass the mic to someone else.
Yes, sir. Wow. Nice one, Gab. Very nice example too. Especially New Year's resolution, right? They usually last. We talked about it too one time, but they last right, like a couple weeks or less than a day, or so. Nice one, Gab. Anyone else? By the way, would you like to jump in? Or we can start off slow too, or jump start it by, what it means to you, or why is it important, especially for keepers?
I would like to share.
Oh, yes. Go keeper Anthony.
Um, I want to answer the second question specifically. Why is it important to be disciplined in everything we do? Um, I say, or I think that we need to be disciplined in everything we do because it shows character and it shows growth. Because in order for us to grow in anything that we do, we have to be able to push through any adversaries, any challenges that we might encounter along the way. And in order for us to do that, we have to have some sort of discipline um, in order to have wisdom, knowledge, and understanding in overcoming or going through the challenges. And as you go through the challenges, you get wiser, you get more knowledge, you get more experiences, and in those times, that's when you get discipline. So it's important for us to be disciplined in everything we do. I mean, I'm pretty sure all of us, as a kid, we weren't really disciplined yet because we were very hyper, because we're trying to explore the world. But as we continue to grow older, we gain wisdom from everything that we do, from any activities, and like I said, challenges. And discipline is really the key for us to learn anything or to grow at all because um, it allows our mind, our body, our soul, and our spirit, of course, to persevere, and that's how we can get experience and discipline, and that in itself shows growth in character, which is what all of us needs as a person in society because character in society is very important, not only to keep yourself above the water, meaning not lose yourself around people because you're trying to be like them, but discipline means you're able to make the wise decision in any situation that you can put yourself in. So it's an ability that we must master. And yeah, I think that's all I wanted to ask. I mean, and
Wow, nice one, Anthony. Very nice keeper, Anthony. And likewise, or you're very right about wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and I really about building character. Nice one, Anthony. Oh, nice seeing you too, Ton. And anyone else, by the way, like to
I
jump
wanna
in?
I wanna say something.
Yes,
Like,
goalkeeper John.
okay, so in response to what was said by previous keepers, I mean, we kind of get that um self discipline is very important, especially in our like lives in the later years when you're like starting to grow up. You're starting to learn that, oh, we have responsibility. Oh, we can't just like um do things just for our entertainment, I guess. Like um just play video games, I guess, all day, every day, or just anything like that. So like as you grow up, you're gonna discover that, well, you have responsibilities that's been entrusted on you by I don't know, due through like chores or like just self care. So now this is self discipline is very important in this part because I mean, this could be taught by your parents too, like from how they discipline you. It can, well, affect you by like learning how to discipline yourself. But some of us here, well, it's sometimes you just miss out. I don't know how to say it, but like we need our own discipline too, because we can't just rely on our parents forever. You're gonna need to like know how to discipline yourself, when not to do stuff, when like even if nobody's around to like tell you not to. So yeah, well, that's the importance of self-discipline. Now like how to get it is actually um I'd say pretty hard because even I don't like fully have it. I'm still growing. See, I'm just like um I'm still in high school, I'm still growing, I'm still learning, and well, self discipline's something I need to grow too. So how to get it? It's basically so the process is, first you gotta understand what's the problem, like with what you're doing. So you're gonna observe what you have, what like you're gonna observe your daily routine or your what you do on a daily basis. Now like you do these things which are called habits. I think you guys know that. So like habits are formed because, well, you keep doing it, and you reap a reward, whether it be a good or bad thing. You still reap rewards from it, and well, that makes you do it more. Well, now you're gonna be noticing a lot of these habits in your daily life, day to day life, yeah. And you're gonna, well, what you need to do is to like pick which that needs to change, because um you're gonna notice, oh, in the first thing I do in the morning, I just check my phone, and like that's gonna result into like just binging your time on your phone for like the whole morning and not get anything done. So basically, you're gonna notice a lot of those things. Well, I hope you don't, but like, wait, what? So if you notice a lot of those things and you want to change it, it's gonna be hard because like it's a habit. So it's already cemented in your mind that, oh, this is just a thing I do automatically. So it's gonna be okay. So I read this from somewhere. It's like the things that you're doing are basically a clear path. And when you're trying to do something else, let's say like one day you're gonna say, oh, I'm going to wake up in the morning and not touch my phone for like 30 minutes or an hour, and that's gonna open a new path in your brain, because you're gonna be going off from what your original path is, which is like the clearest one, and then you're gonna open up a new path, which is not so clear. So it's gonna be harder to travel that path. But the more you travel it, the more you like clear it out. The more it looks like a clear path, and the path that you had is gonna start growing. Like, it's gonna get overgrown, I guess. It's gonna get covered by like trees and bushes because it's not gonna get maintained. Now that's the same thing as like trying new habits, you know? Because like the more you do it, the more you get familiarized familiarized with it, and you're gonna do it more, I guess. So now this is just like I said, easier said than done, because breaking habits is hard. I know, I've been there, and I think that's just one of the steps into changing yourself, like self-discipline. That's it for now.
Yes. Thank you, Keeper Josh. Very nice, Keeper Josh. So, there's a lot there too. But that being said, anyone, would you like to add on or jump in or elaborate? I think I see a hand actually. Oh, that's me. All right. I want to add on because you know what you guys were saying? Keeper Anthony, Keeper Gab, Keeper Josh. I want to add on that right, there's many things that we don't want to do, but we do because we are disciplined, right? Some things could be in our research too. We talk about what? Brushing our teeth, waking up, getting out of bed, doing chores, going to school, going to work. You know, it could also be a task that it could also be driving or doing something that you're supposed to do or not doing something because it's not good for you. It's not good for your growth. So that's why too a reason why we have this topic is to really it also ties into forgetting your goal, forgetting why you started. You know, really not not looking for attention or looking for someone to appreciate you, but it should be you who's really encouraging you, pushing yourself to better yourself, to continue doing because you're disciplined. And think of it, if you think our parents, for example, want to go to work every day, or do you think we want to go to work or do something that we're entrusted with every day? Not all the time, you can say, but we do it because we're disciplined, because it builds character. Not all the time do we want to do homework. Not all the time do we need to pay bills, right? But we have to do it. Not all the time do we want to join a podcast or even host a podcast, but we do it because we are disciplined. And it's not about being appreciated or really getting attention or for everyone for having someone to say, wow, you know, good job, you know, you can do it. Or like, wow, you know, like very thing about it is like if even if no one is doing that and you feel the need for someone to do that, you could do it yourself. You be the one to cheer yourself on, to be yourself cheerleader or to motivate yourself. Right? And think about it too. It's also just about growing. Growing not literally physically, but spiritually or maturing. Right? It's not always about us. Sometimes it's about others. Sometimes it's about the keepers. And if you need someone to do that, you can just ask, right? You can just ask them like, you know, actually I can't do this unless I have I have someone really cheering me on like every day, they'll be willing to do that. But there has to be a time too where you need to grow. And I'm talking to myself also. So I really glad we have this topic to really be self-disciplined, to remind yourself why you started. Even if no one agrees, or you even look at the things that you see, oh, maybe there's people not joining. Maybe uh it's like you're putting in the work, but other people are not willing to do the same, right? But what, are you gonna give up? Are you gonna just quit? Or are you gonna remember, actually, oh, it could really be helpful to other keepers? Whether it's 1,000, whether it's 1,000,000 keepers, or whether it's one keeper, it's still worth it, right? So that one keeper also could be you. It could be me, or it could be me encouraging myself, or etc. Right? But we thank, of course, Keepers Club International for allowing us to do so, and to allowing us to motivate ourselves to be self-disciplined, not forgetting why we started. So that's what I want to say for now. Anyone else though you'd like to jump in or add on?
I just oh, you want to go, Josh? You go.
No, it's fine. I'll go next.
Oh yeah, you go.
Okay, so I just want to add on to what I said earlier, because like I remember something, um, someone saying, what's it called? Um, Obstacles to like what you're trying to do, what's your goal, to like that's something that's keeping you from doing your goal, or like just disciplining yourself. And the thing that came to my mind is procrastination. I know a lot of people here are familiar with that procrastination. So let's say you're fixing to do your homework for school. Well, we're not really in school anymore, but like let's say, yeah, and well, you don't really want to do it, so you just do a bunch of things instead. Like you pull out your video game and you play video games for a while, or like you go watch YouTube videos or watch TikTok, or something, just to keep yourself from doing the thing that's like that you have to do. Well, there's this thing I do, which I hope can that people can like also do and help each, like I don't know if this is gonna help, but like it helps me. um this is gonna sound really absurd, but so if you notice that you're procrastinating and you want to get the thing done, what you're gonna do is visualize or just look at the thing that you need to do and count from three. you, you count from three, like 3, 2, 1, go, and then you just go, you just do it, because for some reason this works for me. Like this one time I had to like uh this was a while ago. I had to like write a essay for like language arts or something. I don't remember, but like I had to write something, and like I was really putting it off for like a good couple hours, and then I was glad. And I noticed that I was putting it off. I noticed I was procrastinating. So, um, what I do, it was I like the paper was like right there on my table, and so like um, I was on my phone. I turned and looked to my the piece of paper. I go like, all right, 3, 2, 1, go. And I stood up, and then I started writing. It's crazy, but it works for some reason, and I can't explain it. But like maybe maybe this will help people out with their procrastination problems. That's the thing I want to add.
Wow.
Uh,
Josh.
but I wanna add on to Josh. Yeah, you made a good point there. Because me and myself, when I'm doing something, you know, that's like one of the things I struggle into, like specifically during school. What's it called when you're doing your work, you get distracted by all the little things. Because I have what's it called? I have ADHD, so that doesn't really help self discipline. So yeah, I get easily distracted, and I'll just be sometimes I'll see myself like there was this one time where I was just on an essay was due at like 11:59 p.m. and it was already like 6 p.m. and I'm just on YouTube Shorts. I'm just on social media scrolling, when in fact I wasted so much time. That also happens not just for school, but a lot of other things as well. And it's really hard to sometimes overcome because your dopamine is is like one of I think one of the factors of that, because you're so hooked on something. And it's like if you really don't try to train yourself or discipline yourself, or really say no to, I guess, your own will. You say no, don't do that, stop. If you can try to practice that, well, then props to you, man. Then good job. But yeah, the self-discipline is something me myself too, I'm always working on every day. And that's, without self-discipline, I can really testify that you really can't accomplish your goals, or you really can't accomplish your task, simple task even, um, without self-discipline, because laziness is the enemy of self-discipline. And laziness, I'd say, in our generation is more powerful, is very powerful, like almost like a little bit more powerful than um self-discipline, because a lot of people, especially our generation, is kind of lazy, because we grew up on the computer, we grew up around social media, we grew up on the internet, all that sort of jazz and stuff, and but like, yeah, uh, that's one of the things. I really like what you pointed out there, Keeper Josh.
I think so you say that this generation is lazy, like a lot of the kids here are like, well, this generation is like very well self-indulgent in our phones, or like along the lines of that, lack of a better term. So like um I've only started doing this recently, like just trying to improve myself. And I think once you keep doing it, and as long as you just keep doing it without stop, like one day you're gonna feel like, oh, I don't really want to do this, I just want to stay on my phone, or like I just want to take a break. Just do, okay, I'm gonna give a workout, like something. So like let's say your goal is to like do 100, no, let's just do 50 push-ups, like for
I like how
let's
you
say
do. You said like 100. Okay, wait, no, no, no. Change it to 50. That's too much.
maybe, well, maybe it's too much for like some people, but like, okay, so like your goal is to do 50 push-ups per day. You've done like 50 every day, and then like a Saturday comes in, and I was like, oh, I don't really want to, I
Yeah,
want to get a break.
yeah,
But like at least do at least like 20 or 30,
yeah.
just
That's what I
just
do.
so, yeah, just so that you can keep the streak. That's what I'm trying to say. If you can keep the streak, then it's gonna help you. But like once that streak is broken, like that's just gonna go downhill, because one day you're gonna be like, well, it's it's a break day. It's Saturday. I don't need to do this. And one day it's like, oh well, it's a weekend, Saturday and Sunday, so I'm just gonna take Sunday too. And then like it's gonna extend to like, oh, Friday. It's almost like weekend, so I can just like take. And then it's gonna extend to like every like the whole
Yeah.
like week, and then you're just gonna stop doing it. Now that's why keeping the streak is important, even
Mhm.
though if like the thing that you're doing is small, as long as you can keep the streak. uh
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true. What's it called? It's like sort of like that saying, that saying, what's it called? The small things lead to bigger things, like that. It's very easy, I'd say, for the negative side. I like in a negative way, it's really easy to become lazy rather than to become, self-disciplined, because that's just like, I feel like naturally that's just who we are as people. We're naturally lazy, or I guess not all of us, I guess, but most of us. And but like, yeah, even just one day of being lazy will result, the next day you're gonna like, oh no, I'll just do the next day. It's fine. It hasn't been too long. But then you're gonna see yourself, you're gonna see yourself being, turning it into a month, being lazy for a month, and that could also even lead like for addictions to something. Like if you like, yeah, like habits or addictions, that's one way also to build habits. Like, for example, doing the dishes or doing chores. You do one chore a day, okay? you know you do one a day, and then casually, you'll see yourself doing it every day. Like, it feels like it's a habit. So that's one way to build like positive habits with self-discipline. But also, one of the things that bring it down is the just like one day not doing it, and then instantly laziness kicks in. And that's why laziness is so powerful. That's why self-discipline is so important.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
cause like,
sir.
oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, hoy. Well, let me read AC's response. We've been wanting to. As I plug this in too before we come to immediate halt. But thank you for your patience. I want to read AC's and I want to add on a little also. But go AC for sending this to me. And AC said, self discipline to AC means that no matter how we're. Let me share the screen too. Here we go. Hopefully you guys can see it. But yes, self self discipline to me. Oh, self discipline to me means that no matter how we're feeling, whether it's physically or emotionally, we are still able to stay motivated and able to push ourselves forward. And being self disciplined lets us overcome our weaknesses no matter what obstacles come in our way. Wow. Also, it's important for us to be self disciplined in everything we do because it helps us train the body and our mind to stay focused on our goals and the things in front of us. It allows us to do the impossible and do challenging and difficult tasks. Because if we're disciplined, these difficult and challenging tasks won't be so difficult and challenging because we know how to work through it because of self discipline. Self discipline makes our life easier, so let's not run away from it and and help and it helps us feel more motivation toward our goal. So yes, very nice, AC, and very nice too, though, right? Like it also depends, especially like in a podcast, or it could also be a speech. It could be anything, right? Sometimes if you're, I know AC is busy at the moment, but right, sometimes if you're hard, like if it comes a little harder for you to like share your thoughts or to say a speech, for example, or to speak to like a whole crowd, sometimes it's nice to prepare, to have everything written down so you're not saying or speaking from the heart, but you're writing from the heart. So it's like it could be like the same thing, right? So but I want to add also, I like the momentum that the podcast is picking up. Keeper Josh, Keeper Josh and Keeper Gab, right? But I want to say and add on like what Gab was saying. Uh, something things leads to big, or it. What Gab said reminds me of small sins, or small
Oreo.
sins lead to big mistakes, right? So it's same thing with discipline. Little progress can lead to big progress. And what also tying in what Keeper Josh is saying, right? Sometimes we can make excuses a lot, right? Sometimes we are lazy, but maybe what we need is discipline, because sometimes you need to tell yourself, you need someone to tell you, or what better yet, you tell yourself you're not doing that school assignment that's due by 11:59 because you're not disciplined. If you have discipline, you do it like the day before, or doing push-ups. You know, you get 100 if you're disciplined, or you'd host a podcast whether you want to or not, whether people are joining or not, because you're disciplined, right? So that's what I wanted to add. Goalkeeper
Very
Gab,
important.
goalkeeper Josh, did you want to add on, by the way?
Yeah. So like relating to the small things lead to big things. It's like I said, it's the path. Like the more you travel the path, it gets clearer, and it just makes it easier for you to travel it. And that goes the same for like traveling the path that you took before, the one that you stopped going to, because once you travel that path, it's gonna open again, and that's gonna like, and the more you travel it, it's gonna be more like easier to travel because, well, you just started traveling it again. And um now there's another thing I do for like anyone struggling procrastination. It's like, let's say, yeah, you have a school assignment, and like you have other things to do, and like you don't want to do any of them. You try to find the easiest one, like focus on the easiest one, and then if you start from there, like let's say oh, you got to do the dishes, but at the same time you also have this um essay or something, like you make yourself pick which one's the easiest, like the things that you need to do. It can be like the smallest things. Oh, you just gotta throw the water leak away, and then that's gonna snowball into like, oh yeah, you gotta, oh, I gotta do the dishes too, and then it's gonna snowball to like, oh, I gotta water the plants, and then it's gonna snowball to your homework eventually. Like just starting something, even if it's not what your original plan is, as long as it's like something that's, you know uh progress, just anything that progress is, even if, yeah, little things come to like big progress, because like even the smallest things, you like you get something for, like, even if like you don't feel it, you get like a reward, you get satisfaction. Yeah, I did this today, I did the dishes, what's next? And then you're gonna get motivated because like you're satisfied that you got satisfied that you did something. Now that's gonna snowball into like doing more things, because now you're motivated, because you just did a thing. It made you like feel capable, is what I'm saying. You made you feel capable that you can do the rest of your chores, like adding your assignment in there. And yeah, that's just another thing for the procrastination thing.
Keeper Josh. We're very happy too, by the way. It's nice seeing the side of the keepers. Also, you, Josh. Like a lot of things you thinking and you say, go Keepers Club host, also Keeper Josh, Keeper Gab. Woo. And just really quick.
Hey, can I go?
Yeah, sure. Really quick too. I just want to take
Oh,
this opportunity. Glad your camera's working, by the way, John, Kendra. But take it
what was
away
the
at the
question
Kendra.
again? What was the question again?
Yeah, so what does self-discipline mean to you? Like why it's
What's
important no
this?
matter how we're feeling.
Self-discipline is like correction, basically. It's like, how you say this? It's like correction. For example, like,
Hmm.
if you get corrected by your leader or administration, that's like basically like discipline. Basically like correcting yourself. It's like, why did I do wrong? How can I fix it? You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, for example, if your leader tells you to do this or do that, but you don't do it, and then you get corrected, it's just gonna like just go do it. I might hurt at first, but like okay. It was just like good to know. Well, yeah, it's like that.
Yes, ma'am. Wow, very nice. Ate Kendra. Yes. Yes, thank you, Ate Kendra. Very nice, right? Correction or chastisement or, reproof. But once again, also, nice seeing you, Keeper John John. Woo. How are you, John?
I
Wow.
would like to say something.
Oh, yeah. Please do. You're like the most well dressed here, Keeper John John.
Um, well, discipline is discipline self discipline means that our parents loved us, just like my mom. She always disciplines me. That so you don't so you have so that means your parents love you. You don't have to get mad or something.
Wow. Shout out also to
It's nice
Mama
to
John John. Also for the Zoom meeting. But yes, what else though, John John? We missed you. We're glad your camera's working now. And you're very right too, John John. If you could elaborate, right? Because discipline, or being disciplined is a sign of love. Just like also what Ate
sign
Kendra is
of
saying.
love.
Yeah, that's so true. It's like the key. It's like you know when you like get corrected by your youth leader and administrator, but it hurts at first, right? But like no, used to it though. It's like yeah, it's like yeah, it hurts, but like okay, it's like they don't hate you because they just do it because they love you. They want you to grow spiritually. And like, oh, you're distant because we hate you. It's just like, they just want you to grow spiritually, not just like, oh, being like, they want you to grow. It's like the same thing like in the kingdom. We all get corrected, right? But like, we get used to it. I mean, like, it hurts, but like, yeah, it's okay.
Yes, man. Shout out also to Keepers Club International, Ate Kendra. But anything?
That's why we have that's why Pastor said there the there is a positive fire. And positive fire is chastisement, correction, and discipline.
Wow. Very nice, John John. Right? It's right. Not only that's nice too. We talked about that too before, right? The discipline, the corrections, love. Is it really love if someone tells you, all right, just do whatever you want? No. The correction.
We just accept it.
Yes. Nice one. Keep it, John John. Keep it, Kendra.
Humble yourself. Accept it and humble yourself.
Yes. And it reminds me also, especially since we're talking about self-discipline, you correct yourself because you love yourself, right? Even if you feel like no one is gonna push you or motivate you, it's really about the end of the day, it's your freedom of choice. And everything we're saying too, we're not saying that it's gonna be easy, that it's gonna be overnight, that it's gonna be fun, but we do what we're supposed to do because we are disciplined, right? So also,
and if we have a mistake, we are feeling guilty.
But yes, also too, in regards to Keeper Vince, and welcome back also, Keeper Eric. But welcome to our podcast. We're talking about self-discipline, why it's important, why we should be disciplined, regardless of how we're feeling, what we're going through, whether we want to do it or not. But yes, and
Can I add?
sometimes
Oh,
just
sorry.
no,
uh,
go Josh, go Josh.
okay, so I just want to add one last thing real quick. Uh, again, so I've noticed a lot of people, including me, saying like discipline's hard, and well, I agree, but like think about the things that you're good at, the things that seem easy to you. How are they easy? Like let's say for like gamers out there, like they're really good at this game. How are they really good at this game? It's because like they know a lot about the game, and like and through experience, but like a lot of it is because they have knowledge of how the game works. Also for people like who knows how to play instruments or like really good at it, um they're good at it because they know a lot about what they're doing. They know what they're doing, so that makes it easy for them. Even like, so for musicians who can relate, like sight reading, like it's not gonna be easy if you don't know what you're doing. Well, that sounds very like obvious, but like it's good. Sight reading can be like so much easier if you can, like, let's say you've memorized all the fret notes or like all the combinations for your like trumpet thing, or like you, like basically if you have like really good amount of knowledge about the stuff that you need to do, then it makes the thing that you have to do a lot easier. Now this can go for like anything actually. You just, okay, so you need, basically you need a lot of knowledge if you want things to be easier. Then you're gonna want knowledge, because knowledge is power. I know there's a phrase like that, knowledge is power. And it's like it helps you understand, like it helps you understand that what you need to do, and it makes it easier if anyone can get it. So if something feels hard, I'd say just learn about it, learn more about it, and I guarantee it'll make it much easier.
Wow, keeper Josh. So, goalkeeper Josh. So yes, how about any last thoughts, or not really official last thoughts, but as we are coming to a close regarding our topic today, self-disciplined. Our self-discipline. Go Eric.
Okay, I guess I will speak on this topic of self-discipline. Just quickly, because I know we're about to end. I apologize for my former absence, but I'm here now. So, self-discipline, in my own understanding, why do we have to be disciplined? It's because discipline offers a more balanced, regulated life. If you have a life that's really like undisciplined, you'll find that it will be very chaotic. You see this in people who, are their qualities like they're very lazy in doing things. They don't want to do stuff. You'll see it. Their room is messy. They're always doing nonsense stuff, and then it's so unfortunate because it doesn't lead them anywhere. It doesn't lead them to anything good. They don't have a sport or a skill or a hobby that they enjoy. And then what happens to them? Sometimes many of them will end up becoming depressed. They will have mental health problems because they feel like everything is just falling on their shoulders and they have no one to go out with, um, and like talk to or something like that. Because before in their life they don't have a structure of discipline. So that's why it's important to have self-discipline, so we can always maintain and uphold ourselves, whether that's physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, whether that's even in school. Um, or even here in the keepers club. Many times in the keepers club, all the members, they'll have different responsibilities or ministries, as some people will call them. Like Keeper Calvin, he has the big responsibility of hosting the Keepers Club podcast every Tuesday. That requires self-discipline. And look at the benefits and good that has reaped. There's the young people who feel better because they have a place to, share their thoughts, ideas with other keepers. There's a spreading of ideas, beneficial ideas, even for the host himself, Keeper Calvin, and all the other keepers who will join. That is one of the things that you'll see that self-discipline can do. That's the good that comes out of it, because Keeper Calvin had the self-discipline to keep on hosting the podcast every week. You gather visitors, follow up all the young people. This is the good that results from it. And then now, as in our own lives, how can we apply that? As keepers, we will obviously come with responsibilities at one point or another. So we will also do the same thing. That's why that's the main reason why I wanted to say that self-discipline is very important. And I guess Josh, he already mentioned, and it's hard. It's definitely hard to be disciplined. I know Josh was talking about that um a while ago. But if it of course it's hard to be disciplined, but sometimes in life, if you're going to embrace being comfortable too much, you're never going to have opportunity to grow, because growth only will result from being uncomfortable, stepping out of your comfort zone. Growth will really only result from you, like, getting your hands wet or your hands dirty, as they say, in another topic that you never really did before, or another situation that you never did before. Because if you're staying comfortable all your life, you're just staying in your own comfort zone, you will never have the opportunity to learn or to grow. So sometimes when you embrace the how hard being self-disciplined is, it will really toughen you and give you more experience and turn you into a more, like, into a person who can say that they've really had like a fulfilled or meaningful life. So I've been talking a little bit, but that's my 2 cents on this topic. So I appreciate it, Keeper Calvin and all the other keepers who tuned in. So thank you.
Very nice. Keep it, Eric. Yes. You didn't have to say all that too about me, like who am I? But appreciate it, of course. Keep it, Eric. Go keepers. Anyone else, by the way?
Um, can I? It's kind of like just a last thought, but like maybe I can hold it off or something.
Uh, Up to you. If you want to let Anthony answer first,
Hey,
or if you want to go first. Oh, okay.
yeah, yeah.
Take it away, Keeper Anthony.
I just wanted have my last words to be since our topic is discipline. For all of us, it should be a reminder, a friendly reminder that discipline should be our best friend. Because in the long run, you're gonna see how discipline gave you the necessary tools you need to overcome your challenges in life. So that's all I wanted to say. Discipline is our best friend.
That's what Anthony. Who else, by the way?
Okay, I guess final thought. Well, final thought. So, um, I just want to recap everything, like from what everybody said, from what I said too. Some, uh, for those who don't think you need self-discipline, oh, you need it. You need it for like just being a functioning human, just a living civilized, just a citizen, functioning citizen in society. Just to be a proper adult, you need it. You need self-discipline, because your parents aren't gonna be there forever. Nobody's gonna like handhold you to like death's door. Like you're gonna need it for your life. Now, to get this self-discipline, I know it's gonna be easier said than done, but it's just traveling in the path of discipline as much as you can. Just persevere. That's what I'm trying to say. It's perseverance. You need a lot of it in order to keep yourself from being self-disciplined, because well, you can also like fall from being disciplined to being lazy. So I think it's just perseverance is up there. And I think that's my main takeaways from everyone.
Likewise, Keeper Josh. And same, to wrap it up too, I remember someone, or right, a lot of young people like us, that's why we really talk about the struggles of being a youth. Sometimes we know what to do, but we're lazy or we're not disciplined. And maybe young people like us, we make excuses like, oh, we don't have money, we don't have time, or we may even make an excuse like, oh, society thinks it's weird to do this. Society thinks it's whack to do this. All my friends might think it's stupid to do this because we're here for a good time, not a long time. Or we think you only live once, so do whatever you want to do. But right, the reason why we don't go back to our old habits, the reason why we don't follow what everyone else is doing and we go to a road less traveled is because we are disciplined. And truly there's a reward waiting for us, whether we know it or not, whether we forget about it or not. And I just want to say too, we appreciate the love also from the other keepers, even though we don't have to, it always goes, to the podcast, goes to the Keepers Club, it goes to where it's due, which is none other than our founding president, Pastor Paulo Ziki Beloy. He's also a pastor. But we really do appreciate, everyone always joining and sharing. And but yes, I'll say I have one last thing. I forgot it, but any other final thoughts? Also, if you want to jump into Keeper Vince, we'd love to hear you. But hope you've been well. And anyone else though? Final thoughts before we give shout outs and then officially come to a close this evening.
The guy who played this song is great.
Josh?
The guy playing the guitar, he's good.
Oh yeah. Is it you, Keeper Josh?
One day that'll be me.
Ah, yes, sir. Nah, you play better than him. But yes, anyone else though? Just YouTube now. Oh, I think the last thing, this one. But like I said, we appreciate the love, also the love we share to other keepers. But I realized through this podcast too, and earlier, keepers like us, we all have privileges, responsibilities, and sometimes you might have a keeper who complain about something we just do once a week. But there's other keepers here, right? They have responsibilities that they do because they're disciplined, not just once a week, but every day. It could be music. It could be walking around in their area of responsibility. It could be driving around. It could be setting up, following up with other keepers, and discipline in being, a keeper in their house with other keepers, right? So sometimes too, it's just reminding yourself, pushing yourself, and truly discipline is love. So it's also discipline from other keepers that have come before us. And if you forget about that or you need more motivation, sometimes it's about you loving yourself, disciplining yourself. And last thing, I swear, sometimes we don't run on motivation, we run on discipline. Because you could be pumped up, you could listen to all the motivational videos, but that only lasts temporarily, right? So sometimes you just got to be disciplined, do what you're supposed to do, regardless of what you're feeling. Whether you have a bad day, whether something happened, you do it because you're disciplined. and easier said than done. But at the end of the day, it's up to you, to make to do what you're supposed to do, to make keepers proud, to give back to what you believe in, what you follow. And of course, that's why I thank you so much, Keepers Club. We're able to give back, and we hope that every podcast and every daily things that we're doing, we hope we're making our beloved founding president proud. So, anyone else as I share the screen?
Gotta keep the streak.
Yes. Sounds like a Snapchat streak, or nice gaming terms too, Josh. Like the term snowballing. So,
Just for anything. Gotta keep the streak.
yes, sir. Keep the streak. All right, I'll share the screen. And Josh, I do that also too. Counting. I count to 100 though when getting out of bed. So go, Josh, counting to 3 and doing your respective task. And yes, sir, reaching 100,000 subs. Wow. Episodes too. But here we go. All right. Also prepare, show us your talent. Final thoughts. But nice episode now for episode 50. And yes. So, anyone, how was this episode? Any questions, comments, concerns, or violent reaction? For me though, once again, it really helps too for keepers to join. Just on my behalf, it's not about attention or anything like that. It never is. But really, sometimes it is really nice for other keepers to join, to put in the effort too, to show their video, to share their responses, and to do their part to give back also, not to me, to keepers, right? The Keepers Club. But anyone else? How was this episode? Questions, comments, concerns? All right. Shout out also to all the keepers. Any show us your talents. Let me share mine. I'll show mine. I think it's like a minute or two. This one is yeah, let's just play it now. Here's just shout out also to my ate. She's actually who invited me to Keepers. And it's just nice seeing her again. And then, you know, it's not also motivation, but it's just like remember where you started. Right. And thank you, of course, Pastor. But yes, anyone else? And just remember too, you can it doesn't have to be live, you can also upload, or if you uploaded something, you know, whatever works. But any other, show us your talent if you want to try again.
I have something that maybe would work. Hopefully would work.
Yes, Keeper Josh.
Can I send it to you?
Yeah, sure, please do. While he's doing that, anyone else, by the way, would you like to show us your talents, or would you like to share like how your 4th of July is going or will go in a couple hours?
Probably gonna eat microwave tacos and then go to sleep.
Nice one. Oh, wait. Anyone else, by the way?
Probably watch the fireworks inside the house. I'll look at my ceiling. Hey,
Yeah.
that sounded nice.
Gonna
It
watch a
sounded like
YouTube live stream.
Okay, wait. Am I sharing screen now? Oh yeah, really quick. Am I showing this video, Anthony? I can. Let me know.
I can't see your screen.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Anthony. Yeah. Okay.
Huh?
Okay, wait. I think I'll share Anthony's first because I didn't realize he sent it. Okay, wait. Hold up. Let me make sure everything's set. Wow. Okay, hold up. I'll put yours after too, Josh. Let's give it up for Keeper Anthony. Woo. If Keeper Anthony. All right, here we go.
Uy. Wow. The kid is better than the guy dancing.
Are you guys sing Anthony AC? I'm gonna mute it.
He looks good.
Wow. Let's give it up for Keeper AC, keep Kuya Lester, Keeper Anthony, Kuya Nolan, Kuya Echo, also Kuya Seth I saw, and then the two keepers there in Texas. Woo! Wow. Nice one, Anthony AC. Boy, I'm also gonna share Josh's audio too. Is that all right? Okay. Here you go. Hope you can see my screen and hear this too. Oh, just listen na. Wait, you can't hear it, right? Hold up.
Can you make it louder?
Wait, let me send it to myself so nothing. So let me send it to myself so you know we don't have to.
I don't remember if I made
Yeah,
any
this one gets.
mistakes.
Here, wait. Just do this and then share audio. Oh, yeah. Oh, I can do that. Oh, hold up. Let's give it up for Keeper Josh. Woo! All right, take it away, Josh. Here's the audio. Oh, nice one, keeper Josh. Woo. Sounded like your name.
I kind of feel like I heard some mistakes somewhere.
I mean, playing guitar to me, Josh, is like impossible. So I wouldn't have, none of us like would have known, you know. So go, Josh. Woo. Nice
As
one,
long as they
Josh.
don't know.
Go, Josh, though. Playing guitar. Wow, nice one recording it too. Maybe like during the episode. But
This was like really old actually. I just
nice one, nice one.
like saw.
Yes, but nice one once again. Go, keeper Josh. Guitar gift. Anyone else, by the way, before we officially come to a close? Feel free to. Anyone else? All right, so regards, you know, to or forever hold your peace. Yep. Anyone else? No? Did I see someone unmute? Well, let me know. But you know, regards also to an Ate Guinness, to Keeper Anthony, Keeper AC, singing while Kuyas are watching them Nene, watching them whip and Nene, and Keeper Josh from your name. Wow. Anyone else? Okay, let us move on. So here we go. So nice one. Show us your talent. We play some audio, by the way. But yes, so minimize this and like show us your talents. And shout out once again to all the new faces, returning keepers, Keeper Club International, president of Keepers Club. And once again, returning keepers like Keeper Angelo, Keeper Anthony, Keeper Eric, Keeper Gab, Keeper Gabriel, Keeper Josh, Keeper Sean. Wow, you're still here too, Sean. Wow. And Keeper Vince. So, any others, by the way? Your opportunity to share some love. But then the last one also being let's take a group photo. So we love to take a group photo. If everyone could kindly open your video, and then we'll be departing for our rest of our 4th of July day. But shout out also to all the keepers showing your video too. Nice seeing you, Josh. Keeper Angelo. Shout out also Keeper Eric. See you soon. Woo. See you soon, Anthony, Gab, AC, woo. Vince.
Hope
Also,
to see you.
your iconic
Hi,
photo
Vince.
background,
Good
Vince.
day.
Wow.
It's just the silhouette, but I can still see it.
The man in black.
All right. Oh, we'd love to see you too. Keep a Sean from Athens, Greece. Wow. But yes, let's have a group photo though, shall we? So, can we do 3, 2, 1? Wow, what are you eating, by the way? Also, let's do one K for keeper. So we do 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, a nice one. Very nice. But other than that, yes, so once again, we are the Keepers Club Podcast, a podcast to help guide, encourage, and uplift young adults like us who are tuning in, as we will do whatever it takes to share the love that we experience individually and as a group. And we love to also thank the founding president of Keepers Club, Pastor Paulo Baloy, for this opportunity to be a part of the Keepers Club International here in the US, as well as this great privilege and entrustment to have a Keepers Club inspired podcast. Thank you to all the keepers that have joined, and as well as you, the viewer, who as you, the viewer, and we highly recommend that you recommend to your Keepers Club International in your area. You never know, there might be a Keepers Club that you didn't even know existed in your respective state, continent, country, and we have no doubt that they will welcome you with open arms as they did with us as well. With that being said, I am my brother's keeper, and hope to see you next week for episode 51. But everyone have a blessed day and a 4th of July celebration, as well as thank you so much for joining our episode 50. Woo! Oh, there was no audio at the end, but my brother's keeper. Woo!
Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Good evening, all.
Josh.
Evening, all.
Merry,
Bye-bye.
Nice one,
Keep the streak.
happy
Yeah, happy
stay.
4th. Careful too, now. See you soon.
Keepers.
Victory shots.
Wow. See you soon, Calvin.
See you,
Woo.
Eric.
You
Hey,
were
nice
there.
Ronald joining. That was cool. Ronald joined. Nice one, Eric.
Yes.
The father.
Very good. Very good. Soon.
Nice one too.
Thank you, Kyle.
No.
Father bless.
Father bless. Father bless. I'm gonna
Father
go eat
bless
too.
everybody.
Woo. Nice one, Josh. Josh, you can host now.
Bye,
For
Kuya
real.
Calvin.
Amen. Go, Sean. Sean, the picture too. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Father bless.
Father
bless.
bless.
The
Good
Father.
evening,
Oh my
guys.
gosh.
Bye.